كلمتان حبيبتان إلى الرحمن خفيفتان على اللسان ثقيلتان في الميزان سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم سبحان الله وبحمده.
الحمد لله الذي خلقنا فهدانا والذي هو يطعمنا ويسقينا وإذا مرضنا فهو الذي يشفينا والحمد لله الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم ثم الصلاة والسلام على البشير النذير الداعي إلى الله بإذنه والسراج المنير صلوات ربي وسلامه عليه فبشر المؤمنين بأن لهم من الله فضلا كبيرا وحذر الناس من يوم الآزفة وحذرهم من يوم الحسرة. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد. My dear fellow brothers and sisters around the world, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, we meet again, inshallah, with a new episode in this series, Learn Arabic Live with me, Rifshan. This is the level 2, obviously. But as you all know, we are, moving really slow. And that's okay, I would say. Because it's not the point, to just skim through all of this stuff, right? It's about understanding what we are trying to do here. Our goal is to understand the Quran, inshallah. That is our ultimate goal. I am not considering, in my mind, I am not teaching you guys so that you can get a job in Arabic country. Maybe you can do that, inshallah. But my main goal of teaching the Arabic language is so that you can understand your religion better, inshallah. And in the meantime, you could, inshallah, achieve worldly gains with it as well. There is no, problem with that. Yeah. But what I am trying to say is that I am going at this slow pace so that, inshallah, when we are finally there, reading the verses in the Quran, we know exactly what each of those letters, each of those words, each of those nouns, verbs, prepositions, pronouns, whatever they are, what each of them, inshallah, mean. It's going to be the best experience you will ever have. But of course, that would not be enough. Believe me, understanding the Arabic is not enough. Otherwise, there was Abu Jahl. There were so many, they were all Arabs, original Arabs, right? So you should have that Iman as well to reach that level. And we are all, short of that. I know, I am speaking about myself even. Don't you see me as a role model? I am nowhere even close to be a role model for anyone. Yeah, not me. Okay, but I am, inshallah, just trying to teach you guys what I have learned. And I know I am not a master at it, as I say usually. But inshallah, I just hope that maybe some of you benefit, or maybe after 10 years, 50 years, or maybe after even I am gone, someone will come and benefit from these lectures, inshallah, and the reward will go to me, inshallah. As did the reward, as do Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps rewarding Uthman radiallahu anhu for a well that he gifted in charity thousands of years ago, right? Hundreds of years ago, Uthman radiallahu anhu, he gifted a well, and to this day, he is just getting those rewards. So, this is my own version of that, inshallah, so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives rewards to me, and inshallah, you will also benefit, because you will later be teaching others as well how to read the Quran. of the Arabic language, inshallah, what you learn here. So let that be the reminder for today, inshallah, to always, I mean, try to get more rewards, inshallah. Okay, so I would like to, show you once again the book series that we are using, the sources that we are using here. So this is the website. Once again, I repeat, maybe some of you are new, maybe some of you, forgot about this, but this is, really an important task for you to do, to download these books if you are to follow with me. So if you are to follow with me, inshallah, and get maximum benefit out of this course, this series, you have to download these texts. All of them are just free to download. You can just go to this website, abdurrahman.org, or just search Medina Arabic books, and inshallah you will find this site, I think, at the very top, abdurrahman.org. When you go to that site, you can just find here all of these books are really organized. The download links are provided. You can see the first thing here is the Arabic book, the Medina Arabic book, the level 1 book that we usually use here. And also you will find the English key, and as well you will find the audios which you can listen at your own time. And also, try to do this well. ولم أر في عيوب الناس شيئا كنقص القادرين على التمام. I think Al-Mutanabbi was the poet who said those verses, those lines. So this poem is basically, this verse is saying, وَلَمْ أَرَ فِي عُيُوبِ النَّاسِ شَيْئًا. I haven't seen in people's shortcoming much more than someone who is able to do his best, but then also he doesn't do it. So we are able to do these things, but then also we leave it. So that's really aib, that's a real shortcoming right there. So we should avoid that, and inshallah use this technology, this ni'mah. ثُمَّ لَتُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَئِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ, right? We will be asked of these ni'mah, these all of these blessings, these ni'mah, we will be asked about them, right? So we should, always try to make use of them, so that we inshallah will be able to answer. ثُمَّ لَتُسْأَلُنَّ, you will be asked, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will question us about regarding this, how we use this. So how did we use this technology, right? So I hope you guys, go to this, I hope you guys, oh, I haven't transitioned my video right there. I'm sorry about that. I hope that you guys go to these links, and you guys download these books and go through them at your own time, inshallah, because we will have a week, a minimum 6 days, inshallah, before each lesson. And as of now, we haven't done much for, right? We haven't touched anything much for right now. So what have we been doing? So here is what we have been doing so far. We are trying to make an analysis on any given Arabic word. Okay, so the word we have in front of us right now, for now, is baytun. This word, this very word, baytun. What does it mean? A really basic word which means a house, right? I'm taking this word first so that you can understand. We can apply these 5 questions, these 5 analysis on any given word, inshallah. And in a short while, I hope that we will be going through the level 1 book, Arabic book, and inshallah find for ourselves what each of those words, where each of those words are considering these categories. For example, is that given word is baytun, aqil am ghayru aqil, and you should make yourselves familiar with this aqil and ghayru aqil stuff. So let's go over to that book once again, so that we can cover some of these. The solar and the lunar letters. This is really important, but let me just first do a quick revision of what we have done so far. apply this concept to these nouns. I know it's a lot of repetition here, but inshallah you will benefit from this. So let's see baytun. Okay, baytun, as we have seen, the first category is it aqil am ghayru aqil? Is it rational? Is it used for human beings or not? Right? Is it used for intellectual beings or not? That's the first question. And that the answer to that question is it is used for non-human beings. It's not used for human beings. Baytun, a house, right? So baytun is ghayru aqil. Now let's see how that is relevant. Okay. So let's go to a new slide over here. Oh, it's taking a while. So I said that baytun is ghayru aqil. So what do you do with this information about a certain word? What benefit do you have to know if it is an aqil or ghayru aqil noun, right? So let's go a little bit deeper into that. Aqil, 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 أو غير عاقل. All right, أو غير عاقل. So the word we have is baytun. Baytun. So the first word in this book, هذا كتاب, is هذا كتاب, no, هذا baytun, right? هذا baytun means this is a house. This is a house. هذا baytun. Baytun, right? This is a house. So when you ask the question, is this a house, you would add ma hada, right? Pointing to the bayt, pointing to the house, you would ask ma hada, right? This ma translates to what? Okay, in English also this is the same way we will ask questions about non-human objects. Okay, non-intellectual objects, irrational objects, objects which are other than human being. We would pose the question ma hada, what is this, in contrast to who is this. I don't know what's wrong with this today. Sorry about that. Yeah, so if it were a human being, for example, let's say if it was waladun, waladun, which means a boy, you would ask man hada. Okay, you wouldn't ask ma hada. You wouldn't ask ma for a human. Ma is not used for a human. Ma is not used for waladun. Ma hada, you wouldn't ask ma hada. So you know now that there is a benefit actually to learning whether a given word is aqil or ghayru aqil. There is one more. We have already seen this one, that we will use man hada for a human being when we are asking a question, right? And we would use like ma hada if it's an object, if it's other than a human being, even if it's a cat, if it's a dog, if it's any living thing other than a human being, we would ask ma hada, right? If it is a human being, we would ask man hada. So that's one advantage of knowing this aqil and ghayru aqil. You know how to pose the question, whether it is ma or are you using man, whether you are using ma or man, right? So the other advantage is or there is a grammar rule. The jam', you all know what a jam' is right now, I guess. Jam' of baytun is buyutun. 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 This first one is baytun. This is the plural form. This is the plural form and this is the singular form. Okay. Now, when you have like talibun, well, if you have like a word talibun, okay, the plural of talibun is tullabun. Talibun, the plural of which is طلاب, right? طلاب, طلاب. So this is the plural. This is the plural of طالب, a student. Here it means a student. Okay, one student. But here it means students. Now let's say that you want to describe these students. You wanted to add an adjective to طلاب. So you would say like طالب جديد. طالب جديد. طالب جديد, which means a new student. Now let's examine those two words before we do anything else. Okay, so I'm really out of space here because of this bigger font, right? So the word talibun, we know the word talibun is the first question. Is it aqil am ghayru aqil? Let's go over to that question series. Where is that? Yeah. The first question is talibun aqil am ghayru aqil? It falls under the category aqil, right? Talibun is aqil. Is it muzakkar am muannath? Talibun, it's a male student. It's muzakkar. It doesn't have tha marbuta in it, so it's muzakkar, right? It's not muannath because it doesn't have at-ta al-marbuta that I showed you earlier. And talibun, it's singular, so it falls under the mufrad category. Talibun, we also went through this nakira and ma'rifa just a little bit. Inshallah, we are going to go into the detail in a bit. So is it nakira or ma'rifa? The word talibun, the word talibun is nakira. It has tanwin. It doesn't have the article al. Yeah, we don't say al-talib. Okay, we don't, when we say at-talibu, we don't make the sound al. The sound of lam, it disappears. Why? Yeah, that is al-huruf al-shamsiyya wal-huruf al-qamariyya. Sorry, I mean, I'm just going one tangent after the other, but it's really useful. Let's go over that right now. So let's go over this book. Where is it? Yeah, here. So what is solar? Solar refers to the sun. The sun in Arabic is called ash-shams. Okay, so, and luna is regarding the moon. Anything related to the moon is luna. So lunar eclipse means eclipse of the moon, right? Solar eclipse, eclipse of the sun. So al-huruf al-qamariyya wal-huruf shamsiyya. Al-huruf al-qamariyya means lunar letters. Al-huruf al-shamsiyya means solar letters. Okay, when you say ash-shamsu, ash-shamsu, you don't make the sound of al. The lam sound disappears. Ash-shamsu, you don't say al-shamsu. So that is what huruf al-shamsiyya is. It hides that lam sound, silence that lam sound in huruf shamsiyya when it's joined with al. So you would say ash-shamsu, but al-qamaru, al-qamaru, you can hear the sound of the al, the lam in the al. Al-qamaru, ash-shamsu, you can see the difference. So that's what huruf al-shamsiyya and huruf al-qamariyya is. Basically these are learned, I mean, with the alphabet, I think, maybe, but you can see that, yeah, this is the list of the letters of al-huruf al-qamariyya wal-huruf al-shamsiyya. Okay, so al-huruf al-shamsiyya, it uses the tongue. These letters, al-huruf is the plural of harf, which means a letter. These letters use the tongue. As you know, the letter lam in al uses the tip of the tongue. So it will be a bit hard to make the switch, I mean, immediately to another letter, which is the al lam is silent, right? For al-ta, it's a bit difficult. At-tajiru. That's why we silent the L and just move on to the next letter, which is also from the tongue. I think most of these letters, yeah, except maybe Sad and seen maybe. Yeah, except sad and bad maybe and seen. Except a few letters, all of these use the tip of the tongue as the major part which is making the sound of this letter. So you have al-huruf al-shamsiyya, which are the solar letters, in which ash-shamsu, you silent the L, the sound of the L is silent in this letter, in these words, which when it is joined with al, alif lam at-ta'rif, the definite article, right? So at-tajiru, you don't say al-tajiru. It would be even difficult to say it quickly. Al-tajir, no. At-tajiru. Okay. Al-thawbu, ad-diku, al-dhahabu, al-rajulu, al-zahratu, al-samaku, al-shamsu, al-sadru, al-daifu, al-talibu, al-tullabu. That's the word now we have. Talibun. When you make it definite, talibun means a student, one student, a student, not one or two, a student. Okay, talibun means a student. It's indefinite. To make it definite, we just add alif and lam to the beginning of it and make it a talibu, and it immediately becomes the student. The student. Okay, so when you say at-talibu, you don't say al-talibu. I know this is really basic and most of you are experts, inshallah, in this. But then also, maybe there is someone who is not familiar. That's why I'm always repeating these things. So, al-dhahru, al-lahmu, al-najm. Majority of these letters, most of these letters uses the tip of the tongue, which is also the makhraj of lam. Okay, so that's why we silent this L when we add alif lam at ta'rif. Okay, when you say al-shams, you don't say al-shams when you add alif lam at ta'rif to shams. Ash-shamsu as-sadr, like that. And the next one is al-huruf al-qamariyya, the lunar letters. Okay, referring to the moon. Al-qamaru, you can hear the lam sound. So al-abu, okay, hamza, you don't use the tongue. Al-babu, babu, don't use the tongue. Jannah, this word Jannah, jim, there is an involvement of a tongue, but the transition is smooth. That's why al-jannatu, al-jannatu. It's two parts of the tongue, not the tip, but the tip and the middle section. Al-jannatu, right? Okay, al-himaru, al-khubzu, kha, no tongue. Al-ha, hi, no tongue involvement. That's why you have to pronounce, you have to make the lam sound in alif lam at ta'rif. Al-ainu, al-ghada'u, gha, no tongues involved. Famun, again no tongue involved. Qamarun, kalbun, ka, right? The tongue, tip of the tongue is not involved in saying that letter. Mim, not involved. Walad, hawa, ya. So only ya and jim uses a tongue a little bit, but because the transition is smooth from the tip of the tongue to the next makhraj, we pronounce always al-yadu, okay, al-jannatu. So these jim and ya are also huruful qamariyya, even though they use tongue mostly in their sound. So I hope we are clear on that. I just thought of going through that because we are learning an-nakira and al-ma'rifa. To make nouns definite, you need to know this. You need to know how to pronounce a word after adding alif lam to that. So where were we? Yeah, so I was in this talibun, right? Going the tangents. So we were discussing about the word talibun, which categories this word falls under in each of these questions, each of these choices. So the first one is aqil. It is aqil because it's a human. Talibun, a student. As I said, you can't find a giraffe student, right? A lion student, I have never seen. So a student could only be a human being. So that's why it is aqil. It's intellectual. Aqil, okay? The next one is it's mudhakkar. It doesn't have ta marbuta. That's the only sign we are looking for now. If it's ta marbuta, that, and if it's really used for a female, a real female. So aqil, talibun is aqil, talibun is mudhakkar, talibun is mufrad, it's only one talib, a student. Talibun is nakira, it has tanween at the end. Talibun, this un and in, those sounds are nakira. I mean, if a noun has un and in, they are nakira. But I think I already mentioned to you that the word, for example, I mentioned to you in the slide, yeah. I have already, I mean, given you the grammatical terms. They are all available in the page Learn Arabic Live with me, Learn Arabic Live with Rifshan. In that page you will find other resources, and inshallah I hope to make a Telegram channel as well, so that I can share with you other PDF links and other useful links as well. You can access, inshallah. Yes. Do check that those slides, those vocabulary, okay, grammatical terms. It's important. You have to learn them. Okay. I don't know if I can show you them right now. See if I. Okay. Yeah, never mind. Just go to that site and inshallah you will find it there. Okay. So I already mentioned, like I said, that when you say Muhammadun, Muhammadun, isn't it tanween? Isn't this tanween? Wouldn't this tanween make it, nakira or ma'rifa? Right? I said that whenever you see a tanween, it should be a nakira. But it's not always like that, okay? Names of persons, again, human beings, in a way special, right? Even in the Arabic language. Names of persons, names of people, even though they have tanween, they are definite. They are definite. They are already definite. Okay? Muhammadun is definite, but we don't say the Muhammad. No. We just say Muhammad. Khalidun. We don't say the Khalid. No. We just say Khalidun. Okay? Right? Khalidun. We just say Khalid. Even in translation, we don't use the. We know that it's definite, but it's not shown. The article is not shown, doesn't show, but it's definite. It's a definite noun. So except for these, names of human beings, anything which you find like talibun here, for example, anything in which you find this tanween, it's nakira. It's indefinite. Okay. So now we know 4 things about talibun: aqil, mudhakkar, mufrad, and nakira. Talibun. Okay. So jadidun, the word jadidun. Is it aqil am ghayru aqil? We don't care. Why? Because it's an adjective. For adjectives, we don't care if it's aqil am ghayru aqil. For now. Okay? For now. And is it mudhakkar? Yes. If it were muannas, it would have ta marbuta jadidatun. But it's mudhakkar. It doesn't have ta marbuta. So it's mudhakkar. So talibun is aqil. Okay, that part we can ignore even. Talibun is mudhakkar. Jadidun, the adjective also, is mudhakkar. Jadidun, is it mufrad? Yes, it's mufrad. It's not musanna. If it were musanna, you could say jadidani. If it was plural, jududun. Yeah, now that is the part where I am trying to go. This is mudhakkar. Jadidun is mudhakkar, right? So, and it's mufrad, okay? Jadidun is mudhakkar and it's mufrad, okay? But when you say like, we could just say thullabun. When you add jadidun, thullabun jadidun, can you say this thullabun jadidun? No. According to the rules, the adjective and the noun shall always be in agreement in 4 things. The adjective, I repeat, the adjective, which is, for example, we are trying to say new. For example, a new student. We are trying to form that sentence. A new student. New is an adjective, right? So when we say a new student, this new in Arabic, it's jadidun. That word has to be in agreement in 4 things with talibun, with the noun that it is describing. Don't worry if you don't understand this right now. As I say, inshallah, we are going to repeat this as well. Okay? So, what I am saying is, let's say, you are saying a new student. You want to say a new student in Arabic. Okay, you know already what the word for student is. You know the word for new. A student is talibun. Okay, so student is, this word is right here, talibun. And you could just say this one as well, it's the same. So new, this word is jadidun. You have probably learned these two words here long ago. Talibun is student, jadidun new, right? Why can't you say talibun? Why can't you say talibun jadidatun? Right? Why can't you say talibun jadidatun? Talibun jadidatun. Why? Why is it wrong grammatically to say talibun jadidatun? As I said, inshallah, as we go forward, as we advance, we are not going to care much about the aqil and ghayru aqil once we get to a certain point, inshallah. Soon I will get to it. You can't say talibun jadidatun. Why? Because this noun should agree with this adjective. They should be in agreement in four things mainly. Okay, the aqil and ghayru aqil part, the first one, as I said, ignore it for now. And the fifth one, inshallah, which I said would be the case. Is it accusative, is it nominative, accusative, or genitive? That's what inshallah we are going to take soon. I don't know if it's enough even the time, but as I said, don't worry about the pace. Inshallah we will do this slowly, but don't forget, you guys, I mean, always try to learn, find these things out on your own. Just use these sessions as a reference point maybe, or to catch up with things you might have missed, to make the connections maybe. Okay, but the most of the learning, like 70%, 80% will be on your own, believe me. So talibun jadidatun. Talibun is muzakkar. We are going to start with the second one. Is talibun muzakkar? Yes. Is jadidun muzakkar? Is jadidatun muzakkar? No. It has ta marbuta. Which makes it muannas. So this kalima is muannath. And this kalima, the first kalima, is muzakkar. In Arabic, it never happens. Okay, if a noun is muzakkar, the adjective also should be muzakkar and not muannath. So that's why this is wrong, this sentence is wrong, but this sentence is correct. Okay, talibun jadidun. Okay, talibun jadidun. There is also one more thing. I hope you have got this part. You can't say talibun jadidatun because talibun is muzakkar and jadidatun is muannath. Soon we will, okay, later, inshallah. I will maybe confuse you guys. So that's talibun jadidatun. Okay, why we can say talibun jadidatun? Now let's do another one. Can we say the plural of, sorry about my handwriting once again. The plural of jadidun. Jadidun is jududun. Okay? Jududun. This is the plural. Of the word jadidun. Okay, in English you don't have to deal with this, right? I mean, when you say new, for example, new student, you could just say the same word for the plural as well. The same new is used for students, the plural word students as well, with s, right? Students. Even for the plural, you use the same adjective. Even if it's feminine, if it's plural, right? You just use the same word, new. But in Arabic, even the word, the adjective has to change with the noun. See, it would seem a bit difficult now, but because we have those 4 or 5 analysis that we can, just check easily on any word, and we are familiar with that, it will not be that difficult, inshallah, because for every adjective also, we would know whether it is mudhakkar. That's the first thing we are going to look when we learn that new word. Is it mudhakkar? Is it muannath? How do we make a muannath of that? Like, for example, we have jadidun. Oh, you guys don't see that. Sorry about that. Oh. Okay, so what I have written over there is the plural of jadidun. The plural of jadidun, which means new, is the plural of jadidun is jududun. Jududun. This is the plural. The plural of jadidun is jududun. Okay? The plural of jadidun is jududun. As I said, in English, you don't care whether the adjective, you don't even check whether the adjective is plural or singular. You just take care of the noun. If that, for example, when you are saying new students, a new student, new students, you would not probably add the indefinite article a new students. No, right? That's the only little difference you make. But here, jadidun has a plural version. Jadidun has a female version as well. What's the female version of jadidun? The female version of jadidun is, when you are trying to make jadidun female, you just add ta marbuta, jadidatun, jadidatun. I hope you guys are not confused with this, but inshallah we are going to, as I said, repeat this again. And don't worry about the pace of learning. Inshallah you will get there, believe me. But with this basic set right, then only you can just enjoy the future lessons and understand them much easily, inshallah. Believe me, these 4 or 5 things are really, really important in the nouns and in the verbs as well. So as you can see, jadidun has a plural version, jadidun has a feminine version, jadidun has even a dual version for the mudhakkar, jadidani, and for the female it does have another dual version, jadidatani. So jadidun, jadidani, jududun, jadidun, jadidatun, jadidun comes jadidatun, jadidatani, and the plural of the female version for this word is jududun. But for other words, you will have just a whole different plural for the feminine version, for the masculine version as well, for the female version and for the male version as well. So why are we, I'm trying to get to this point. What is the reason of this analysis? This is why. Even one word can be many things. One word can be mudhakkar. It could be made into a muannath, right? A word like jadidun or talibun can be mudhakkar. It can be made into a muannath. Talibatun, jadidatun, right? The male version was talibun jadidun, a new boy student. Talibatun jadidatun. We are not doing a sentence structure right now yet, but this is just to make you guys understand why we are trying to take this and get you guys deeper into this stuff, inshallah. We are going to do that sentence structure and all of that, the agreements again also soon, inshallah. But just understand for right now that there is something called jadidun and jadidatun, jadidani and jadidatani, and jududun for this case, for both mudhakkar and muannath, is jududun. Now, like I said, you wouldn't say talibatun, which is a female student. You wouldn't say talibatun jadidun. Jadidun is mudhakkar, right? What would you use? You would make that jadidun into a female version. Jadidun becomes, after adding ta marbuta, becomes jadidatun, right? So talibatun, I am not writing this because we are going to take them soon, so don't worry for now, inshallah. Just try to, get as much as you can from what I am saying right now. Okay, so talibun jadidun, a male student. Talibun jadidun, new, a new student, a new male student. Talibatun jadidun, no, right? Talibatun should be jadidatun. um Okay. There may be some connection issues right now, but I hope, you guys, inshallah, watch the full version, inshallah, in YouTube. If you don't, if you get connection errors right now. Okay. So, Talibun, a boy student, a male student. Talibun, Jadidun. When we describe him with an adjective, we use Jadidun. And for a female version, Talibatun, we say Jadidatun, and not Jadidun for Talibatun, Jadidun. Right? Confusing? Don't worry, inshallah, we are going to do that later. So, the other thing is Tullabun Jududun. Okay? Tullabun is the plural version of Talibun for male students. So, Tullabun is the plural, not for all students, just like in English. No. Tullabun is just the plural of the male version. Talibun, plural is Tullabun. Talibun, Talibani for the dual. Tullabun for the plural. Talibun for the singular. Talibani for the dual. Tullabun for the plural. When you make all of these feminine, females, Talibun was a boy student, right? Talibani means two boy students. Tullabun is male students, plural. Okay? So, when you make it feminine, Talibatun, singular, for a female student, one female student. Talibatani, two female students, right? Jududun, that's the same word. The actual version would be actually Jadidatun. Okay? But Jududun is used for both. Inshallah, we will go to that later. I'm sorry I'm confusing you guys. But just try to understand this. We don't use for the jam'a, for the plural, Tullabun, we don't say Jadidun. Okay? That's the point here. We don't say Tullabun Jadidun. We don't say Tullabun. We don't say Tullabun. Tullabun. Tullabun Jadidun is what? Wrong. What's the correct word for that? Tullabun should be Jududun. Because when we check, once again, when we check the word Tullabun, the plural word Tullabun, and when we check this Tullabun, is it Aqil am Ghayru Aqil? It's Aqil, students, right? Is it Mudhakkar? Tullabun? It's still Mudhakkar, yes. What is the feminine version of that plural? Talibatun. For female students we have Talibatun. For male students, Tullabun. Right. Tullabun. Is it Mufrad? No. Tullabun. Is it Muthanna? Dual? No. Tullabun. Is it Jam'? Plural? Yes. So tick on plural. Tullabun is plural. Right? Okay. So Tullabun is plural. Tullabun is Jam', which means Jam'. Tullabun is Mudhakkar. Tullabun is Aqil. Tullabun has Un sound. So it is Nakira, indefinite. These four categories we have already gone through. So, Tullabun Jadidun, the adjective noun agreement that I talked about. Once again, we will go into the detail of that as well. Okay, later. So, Tullabun should be Jududun, right? Tullabun should be Jududun. Tullabun should be Jududun. Tullabun should be Jududun. This is the correct version. This is the correct version. Tullabun Jududun, which translates to new students. And even though there is no article even though there is no article a new students, it still is indefinite. You should know that. Yes, new students in Arabic, this tullabun jududun is still nakira, still nakira, indefinite. How do you make the whole thing definite? At-tullabu, you just add the al. At-tullabu al-jududu. At-tullabul jududu. Okay, at-tullabul jududu. That is the new students. That is where how you make it definite. But for now, don't worry about that. Tullabun jududun. Just pay attention to this part, that we are not using just any word with any noun. Not any adjective can, not any form of the word can be used with just any form of the noun to make adjectives and nouns. I mean, to add adjective to a noun, you have to, I mean, make it agree with the noun. It should agree in the gender. Is it, if it is a mudhakkar noun, the adjective should be mudhakkar. It should also agree in the number. If it's singular, if the noun is singular, the adjective must be singular. And you will know inshallah how to make plurals or even dual. You already know how to make dual, jadidani, right? And also it should agree in what else? Nakira, ma'rifa. Definite and indefinite. Okay? I didn't say aqil am ghayr aqil. I didn't start with that. Yes, we don't care. We won't care about aqil and ghayr aqil after a while, but we have to, I mean, really understand why this aqil and ghayr aqil is also something important, something necessary, even to form these adjectives. Believe me, this adjective pairs, adjective noun pairs also has something to do with that. So, tullabun jududun. That is the correct form because it agrees. Firstly, mudhakkar. Tullabin is mudhakkar. Jududun, it is used for mudhakkar and muannath. So same. Okay. Tullabun jududun. What's the number? Is it singular? No. Tullabun is plural. So jududun. The jadidun is the singular form. So the plural form jududun should be used. Tullabun jududun. Is it nakira or ma'rifa? Does it have al? Does it say at-talibu or at-tullabu? No, it just says tullabun, right? It is nakira. It has un sound. Tullabun. Un sound means it's indefinite. A student. We actually, it would translate to us students, but in English we don't say that, right? We don't say, for plural we don't say a. Okay, but we say the students. We say students and the students. Okay. Okay, so now we have covered three things. The last one is the case. Is it nominative, accusative? Does it have dhamma, tullabun? Yes, it has dhamma, right? So the adjective also should have jududun, dhamma. That's why we can say tullabun jududin, tullabun jududan. Okay, right? So I hope you got that point. The point is tullabun should be with a plural version of the adjective as well when used with an adjective, right? So what did I start this whole lesson with? I was talking about something to do with learning aqil and ghayru aqil. I was talking about learning aqil and ghayru aqil. What are the uses of it, right? So all of this actually was to make only one single point, to reach this sorry, I'm sorry today, what is wrong? Ghayru aqil. Okay, so I was trying to make a point about this thing here. Why are we learning aqil and ghayru aqil? And I had to go to that whole different tangent. You might think it was out of topic, but I was actually trying to get to this point right here. So the first one I said was to see if whether we should know aqil and ghayru aqil, to see whether we should use ma, which means what, ma which means what, or man which means who, with that particular noun. Aqil and ghayru aqil, is it human or non-human? The second point now, which would be easy to understand for you guys inshallah, is, for example, when I say baitun jadidun. Baitun jadidun. Let's go through the four things for both those words. For both those words, baitun, the first thing is, this is necessary. The first thing is if it's aqil am ghayru aqil. It's ghayru aqil. This is important in this case, okay? Ghayru aqil. So it's irrational. Baitun is not for human. Jadidun, we don't care, okay? Mudhakkar. Baitun is mudhakkar. Baitun is mudhakkar. Jadidun is as well mudhakkar. Not jadidatun, right? Jadidun is mudhakkar. Jadidun is mufrad. Baitun is also mufrad. Jadidun is nakira. Baitun is also nakira. We have un sound, right? Tanween. The fifth one. Okay, these names inshallah we will go over later, but marfu' for now just know marfu' means it has dhamma. It's represented by other things, but don't worry for now. Just for now, does it have fatha, dhamma or kasra? Baitun, it has dhammatain. So jadidun should also have dhammatain. So we can see that both of these agree in the four categories. The fifth one, I mean, the aqil and ghayru aqil, we just look for the baitun part, and that's important. Yeah. So what's the plural version of baitun? The plural of baitun is buyutun. Buyutun. I hope you guys can see that, those dots. Buyutun. Okay. The plural of this is buyutun. Buyutun. So this is the plural. Baitun means only one house, right? This means a house, just one house. Buyutin is also, I mean, indefinite, but this means houses, right? It's a plural. Okay. So buyutun. Let's go over this once again. Buyutun is ghayru aqil. Okay, buyutun is, oh, is it mudhakkar am muannath? It doesn't have ta marbuta. So we could easily say it is mudhakkar, right? I think 1 hour has already passed, but just let's finish with this thing. So buyutun is mufrad. Sorry. Buyutun is mudhakkar. Could be muannath as well, right? No, it's not muannath, right? So is buyutun mufrad, muthanna am jam'? It is jam'. Buyutun is nakira. Buyutun is marfu'. It has dhammatain. Buyutun. For now, inshallah we will do this fifth one inshallah in the next class. But for now you should just see that buyutun is ghayru aqil. Is it mudhakkar am muannath? Yeah, that's something we shall see for ourselves. Okay, so when we say jadidun, should it be buyutun jududun? Is this the form? Is this the correct form? Buyutun like jududun, jududun, because we already saw that jadidun, the plural of jadidun is jududun. So we said that this is mudhakkar since it doesn't have ta marbuta and its original form is also mudhakkar baitun. So why shouldn't, I mean, its plural be muannath, right? So this also should be mudhakkar, buyutun, right? But then jududun. Now that's the thing. For the plural, I'll write it here. For the plural of non-intellectual nouns, we use what? The feminine singular, mufrad, muannath. We use the feminine singular form of the adjective. So what does this say here? Right here, feminine singular. The feminine singular version of jadidun. What is the feminine singular version of jadidun? The feminine singular version. Feminine for F, singular for S. The feminine singular version of jadidun is jadidatun. Jadidatun. The feminine oh, can't see this. Sorry. The feminine singular version of this is jadidatun. Okay? Jadidatun. Jadidatun. This is the feminine singular version of jadidun. Jadidun is, what is jadidun? Jadidun is the masculine singular version of the word. Jadidun is the masculine singular version of the word. To make the feminine singular version, to make it let's say female, we just did tha marbuta. So you should know that baytun, buyutun, this is ghayru aqil. This is not used for human beings. These are not non-intellectual things. Okay, beings, things. So buyutun, when we form the adjective, it should be jadidatun and not jududun. Jadidatun. Jadidatun. So sorry about this. This whole lesson was to make this point. Why aqil and ghayru aqil is really important to learn grammar. Because without this you would say buyutun, jududun. You might end up saying that, right? Like sayyaratun, jududun. Okay? Sayyaratun qudama. No. Sayyaratun qadimatun. Always remember, for the plural of even a masculine non-intellectual thing. I know it's confusing, so many words, right? For the plural, for example, for the plural of baytun, which is buyutun, you would say buyutun jadidatun or buyutun qadimatun and not buyutun jududun or not buyutun qudama. This qudama is this special form for humans, for intellectual beings, right? But okay, no need to go to another tangent to make you guys more confused. So I hope inshallah you guys got what I am trying to make. Got my point here. But don't worry, this is not how it's going to go in the future lessons. This was just to show, I was just talking about this aqil and ghayru aqil, the first category that we are learning, why this is important. Okay, but we won't consider it much in the future lessons. That's why I am trying to give you guys as much information about this aqil and ghayru aqil right here. Okay, because we are going to consider the four other analysis much in the verbs, maybe out of the three. In the nouns, mostly we are going to consider the four analysis, and you will see for yourself inshallah. These 2 points I think are the major 2 points to consider about knowing aqil and ghayru aqil. That when you are describing something which is ghayru aqil, like qalamun, aqlamun, you would say aqlamun maksuratun, not maksuratun also. Okay, sa'atun is a feminine noun, right? Sa'atun, the plural of which is sa'atun, which is also feminine. And then we have sa'atun, not jadidatun. Okay, jadidatun maksuratun, which means broken. Okay, sa'atun maksuratun, aqlamun jadidatun maksuratun. Okay, so it's not that complicated inshallah. And sorry I took more of your time, and sorry if you guys are a little bit confused about today's lessons, but don't worry, this was just to mention something about this aqil and ghayru aqil, which is important. And inshallah we are going to go over this once again, and we are going to do those 5 categories really well inshallah. The fifth category remains, and the 4th category I think we all understood what nakira and ma'rifa is, but then also we will do a quick revision next week inshallah. Once again, as I said, don't worry about the pace of learning. Inshallah, our goal is to understand the Quran at the end, even if it takes 2 years. But believe me, if you stick with me for like 2 to 3 months, you will inshallah already be forming some sentences inshallah, and you will know fi buyutin adhinallahu. What is buyut? Jamma. You just learned that. Fi, what is fi? You will learn soon. Buyutin. Why is not buyutun? You will learn soon, inshallah. So, the Quran bilisanin Arabiyyin mubin. The Quran is just plain Arabic. You just learn these grammar rules, you apply, you understand the meanings, you understand why it is that way. Why fi buyutin and why not fi buyutun? And you already learned one of those words, alhamdulillah, buyutun, and that you will say buyutun jadidatun, not buyutun jududun. And inshallah more on this later. So inshallah I will meet you guys again next Monday. And once again, sorry if this lesson confused you guys. I also know it's a lot to take in, but I think most of you are not beginners, inshallah. So see you another time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. I am going over is Bi'r Uthman, the well of Uthman radiallahu anh, which is over in the other side. That's the farm where the well of Uthman radiallahu anh is. Inshallah, I'm going to go over there, try to see if I can get in. But the previous time we came, it was closed to visitors. Yeah, this is the farm. Let me see if I can find the board. This is the gate. Seems to be closed. There you can see the sign which says Bi'r Uthman, Bi'r Uthman, which means the well of Uthman radiallahu anh. Here on this board you can find some information about the well. It was previously called Bi'r Ruma, Bi'r Ruma, and later everyone knew it as Bi'r Uthman radiallahu anh. After Uthman radiallahu anh gave this well in charity for the Muslims. To this day it is said that the well is still produces water. This place, mashallah, still has the barakah in it. As you can see, it still has so much green in it. Actually, in other parts of Medina, it's not usually this green. As you can see, this area also, this whole area is, mashallah, so much blessed. It has these date palms, so many date palms. So this is where the well of Uthman radiallahu anhu is. The well he made a waqf for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So as long as the waqf is there benefiting people, he will get rewards. The one who made the waqf will get rewards. So you can see it's a huge thing. It's been like more than 1,000 years since Uthman radiallahu anhu made that waqf, made that well a waqf. And you can see how many rewards he radiallahu anhu will be collecting through all these centuries. So you can see that doing a waqf, if we can, is the best course of action for more rewards in the hereafter.
حبيبتان إلى الرحمن خفيفتان على اللسان ثقيلتان في الميزان سبحان الله وبحمده